wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. There's the whistle, and here we go.
There's a player below us, Peter, that I've always...
It's Iniesta! Decent hit and on target. Iniesta, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Musiala, great ball if he can get there. And he's managed to get free. An uncompromising challenge. Oh, it's gone in!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is. Well, our first story of the day, and it's a big one. The skipper, to start by doing that, has given everyone a fright, and I think himself too.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
And it's Cruyff. And here's Musiala. That's a lovely, neat pass. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Xavi. And it's Cruyff. Musiala. Well timed, excellent interception. Heracles leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Quarter of an hour played. Rijkaard gets over and intercepts. Rummenigge.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Thuram did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Baresi calmly anticipates. Pirlo. Inter Milan finding their passes. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Musiala. Rummenigge. Oh, Cruyff is on his... And the shot! And he hits the net! 2 up and threatening to pull clear!
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Heracles are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And it's Iniesta. Van Balten cuts out the pass. And he's picked out the run. He's had a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Shevchenko is offering a wry smile there.
Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Iniesta, and he's had a hit! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
He's got tall. Cleared away. Heracles have the chance to go the other way. That looks a good ball through. Great hit! Oh, what a big quick touch. Fallen kindly here. Oh, didn't catch it right. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Heracles heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. And it's Lam. Lam, he's picked his way through. Climbs up big! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 3 coming up. Punched away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Cruyff. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Xavi. It's Pirlo. Shevchenko. Lam. Skims one in. And he's there to clear it. That has not gone well. And it's Lam. Now it's Iniesta. Played out towards the right wing. It's a mighty effort! And again! Goal! With half-time at hand! Perfect timing! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time.
Can he finish? Maldini. Oh, easy pickings there. And there is the half-time whistle. So half-time, no shortage of action and talking points at both ends of the field. 3 goals to light up the crowd, and a fair reflection of the territorial state of play with the half-time scoreline 2-1. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
Heracles head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 11. Xavi.
Here we go again.
21. Pirlo.
Beckenbauer.
Il numero 9. Neymar.
Musiala.
Il numero 20.
Cruyff.
Deco.
Chooses Musiala! They've scored! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Heracles take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Van Bouten gets it away. Iniesta. Busquets. Messi hurtling down that right flank. Hits one! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
And the pass is intercepted.
Cambio di giocatori.
And it's Neymar. Shevchenko. And it's Deco. Deco will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Heracles are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Shevchenko. And he's there to belt it away. Corner number 4 coming up here. Up he goes! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Costa Curta. Pressing high and with purpose. 60 minutes played. Deco, and Deco! It's there!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Inter Milan get themselves back into contention.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could near well reward them with an equaliser.
Well, played right into his path. Heracles are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Van Bouten promptly onto that, and that is that. Deco. Iniesta. That has been slung wide. Neymar! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, it's good stuff.
There's the shot! And it's in! They have brought themselves an equaliser.
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. This has become one superb game of football.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Oh, that's a nice ball. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Heracles have now used up all but one of their substitution windows.
Shevchenko really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Could be danger here. He's had a hit! Oh, denied brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
That has been knocked clear. In towards the middle. And he's taking no chances there.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And it's Luis Suarez. This is it then, now or never. Pull it. And now the breakaway. Davids.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
That is ended up in no man's land. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Has a goal! Goal! Inter! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. That was a given. It always was.
Well, the finish looked a guarantee once he was found all alone, and it's criminal defending.
Inter Milan get themselves into the lead.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal. Inter can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
And that's put paid to it. That could spell trouble. And the shot! Oh, taken with style. We thought it was over. It's all square once more. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner and he picked them off instead.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 8.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. So, all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
And it's Xabi Alonso. And here's Shevchenko. And he has been fouled there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting range. Decent hit from there. He won't be happy with that one. That's that, the end. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Heracles